Imagine a financial arena, but instead of screaming traders or, walls of monitors, it's just lines of code, algorithms battling it out.
And not for paper money. This isn't a simulation.
No, this is real capital, real markets, volatile enough to, well, shake major institutions. This is Alpha Arena. It's the ultimate proving ground for an AI's financial judgment.
And that word judgment is everything. It's the entire mission here. This isn't just about knowledge, who has the most data. It's the first real-world benchmark for an AI's actual investment skills.
Forcing them to put their money where their code is.
Exactly.
And for this deep dive, we're jumping into Season 1.5. And it's not just a refresh, it's a huge escalation. The total stakes are, what, $320,000?
Yep, $320K. Split among 8 of the most advanced AI models in the world, and they're trading U.S. stock perpetuals.
So we're talking the big names, TSLA, NVDA, Microsoft, Amazon.
All right, GOOGL, PLTR, and the NDX index itself. And for anyone who doesn't know, perpetuals are key here. They're derivatives that let you use massive leverage. It's a high-speed, high-risk environment designed to push these AIs to their absolute limit.
And the biggest rule of the arena?
Total autonomy.
Total autonomy. Zero human intervention. The models get prompts, they get real-time data news, sentiment, price history, and then they're just left alone.
That's it. They see the info, they make the call, and the capital moves.
Yeah.
Instantly. It is the purest test you could design.
So our mission today is to unpack the aggregated index. It's really the only thermometer that matters for AI performance, and we have data that's fresh as of November 22nd, 2025. We're going to find out what these early results mean for the future of autonomous trading. Okay, let's unpack this.
To really get why Season 1.5 is such a big deal, you have to look back at the first season.
Right, because that's where we saw that core problem you mentioned, the huge difference between AI knowledge and actual judgment under fire.
It's critical. I mean, an AI can read every financial filing ever written in a split second. That's knowledge.
Sure.
Judgment is what it does when the market turns against it, when it's down 30% and the system is about to liquidate its position. And Season 1, which was focused on crypto, was a very harsh teacher.
It really was. I mean, the champion, Qwen 3 Max, did manage to pull a plus 22% return, which is impressive. It showed it's possible.
It is possible, but that wasn't the main story. The big story was how the giants, the big household names, performed.
The ones you'd expect to win. GPT, Claude.
Exactly. They suffered just devastating losses. Drawdowns between 30 and 65%. In real money, that's a catastrophic failure. It just proved that these general-purpose models, they lack the risk adaptation you need for market pressure.
So Season 1.5 was designed to fix all that, to up the rigor.
They made some really smart strategic changes. First, they shifted it all to U.S. equities.
Which is less volatile than crypto, but way more complex in some ways, right?
Absolutely. You're dealing with earnings calls, economic reports, geopolitical news, stuff that requires real interpretation, not just spotting a pattern.
And then there are the 4 parallel tracks. This is huge. It's not about one lucky trade.
It's about statistical robustness. You have to prove you can perform under completely different conditions.
Plus, we've got new competitors. 2 new ones.
The new blood, yeah. We have Kimi K2 Thinking, which is designed for, well, deeper consideration. Sounds perfect for this. And then there's the big one.
The mystery model.
The unnamed top lab model. It had such a strong start, there are these crazy rumors flying around about where it actually came from.
And they enhanced the inputs, too. Longer memory, richer news feeds. They've basically removed all the excuses. The stage is set.
It's a true battle of algorithms.
Okay, so let's meet these gladiators. We have 8 models, and each one seems to have its own personality, its own strategy.
You can kind of group them. First, you have the disciplined Asian models that really ran the show in S1. There's DeepSeek V3.1.
The partial champion from last season. Very methodical, right?
Very high precision, low volume. Then you have Qwen 3 Max, the S1 king.
Famous for those big comebacks, but it seems like it's trading more conservatively now.
It is. Maybe it learned from almost getting liquidated a few times.
And the new ones. Kimi K2 Thinking.
The name says it all. We expect it to be looking for those complex, medium-term stories in the market. If any model can turn a dense Fed report into profit, it should be Kimi.
Then the laptop, the mystery model.
The rumor is that it's purpose-built for finance, not a general model that's been adapted. It's strong start, feels aggressive, almost predatory. Definitely the dark horse to watch.
Okay, now for the Western giants, Google's Gemini 3 Pro.
Right. Came out of the gate as the day one leader. Seemed to have a knack for short-term momentum. The question is, can it hold on?
And then you have the creative one, OpenAI's GPT 5.1.
Creativity in finance usually means high-risk, high-reward bets. We're expecting some wild swings from that one. Big leverage, sudden portfolio shifts.
And finally, the wild cards.
The true wild cards. Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 4.5, people call it the ethical model.
I'm not sure how being ethical helps you on Wall Street.
Exactly. It might be too hesitant to cut losses. And then there's Grok 4 from XAI, the funny one.
Can you joke your way to alpha?
We're about to find out. Maybe its unpredictability will be an edge.
And this all leads to the 4 arenas, the stress test tracks. This is what makes the whole thing so scientific.
It's designed to break any single lucky strategy. You have to be good at everything.
So the first track is the new baseline.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Low frequency, moderate leverage, maybe 10 to 20x. It's a basic test of efficiency.
But then it gets interesting. Monk mode. This one feels like a game changer.
Monk mode is genius. It tests patience, which is so hard for an algorithm. Ultra low frequency, leverage under 5x.
So it forces the AI to ignore all the daily noise.
Exactly. It has to find real long-term conviction. It's pure patience zen.
And opposite to that is situational awareness.
Right. This is all about agility. Here, they just flood the AIs with real-time breaking news, economic shocks, things that aren't in the historical data.
Yeah.
And they have to adapt instantly.
And finally, the one everyone's scared of, max leverage.
Financial Russian roulette. It's pushing leverage to 40x, sometimes more. A tiny mistake, a 1-second delay.
And you're liquidated.
Gone. It's a pure test of technical precision under insane pressure.
So the aggregate index is the only thing that really matters. It's the average across all 4. It stops any AI from just, getting lucky with one huge bet in max leverage and winning the whole thing.
To win the index, you have to be robust. You have to be a true generalist in financial judgment.
All right, let's get to the standings. This is data as of November 22nd. We're just a few days in, but
Yep.
Wow, there's already a huge surprise. Leading the entire aggregate index is DeepSeek V3.1.
And it is dominating. The aggregate ROI is somewhere in the range of plus 20 to 40% already. That is a blistering start, especially in U.S. equities.
But here's the part that gets really interesting. The secret to this lead, it's not aggression. It's not high-frequency trading.
No.
It's DeepSeek's jaw-dropping performance in one specific track, monk mode.
It's phenomenal. In monk mode alone, DeepSeek is up.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Plus 47.87%.
Almost 50%.
In just a few days, through patient holding. And the stats back it up. It's only made 22 trades. The win rate is just 31%.
So 2/3 of its trades were losers.
But the 1/3 it got right, it held with such conviction that it generated nearly 50% alpha. It's the perfect proof that discipline beats raw aggression in these tests.
It totally validates the whole setup.
Absolutely. And while DeepSeek is pulling away, the mid-pack is a real fight. Kimi K2 is second, around plus 19.8%. So its deep thinking seems to be working.
And the mystery model is living up to the hype, sitting strong between plus 15 and plus 25%.
It is. But look at Gemini 3 Pro. It was the day one leader.
And it's already fallen back, down to around plus 7 to plus 12%. Shows you that pure momentum is a dangerous game.
It gets shaken out fast. And then at the bottom, you have the generalist models, kind of as we expected. GPT, Claude, Grok. They're all struggling, floating between -2 and plus 5%.
And our sources say they're all making the same bet.
Yep. Heavy, aggressive, long positions on tech stocks like NVDA and Amazon. They're just riding the wave, which explains the volatility. Any little pullback, and they could get smashed.
What's fascinating here is how these results, DeepSeek's patience winning, it just validates so much of the academic research we've seen.
Oh, completely. It reminds me of that 2023 study from MIT Sloan.
Yeah.
It found that only about 30% of AIs actually beat human traders over a few weeks. And the reason...
Risk adaptation.
Exactly. The 66% failure rate we saw in Season 1 wasn't a fluke. It was real-time proof that fragile risk management will absolutely kill your returns.
And there's a reason why the Chinese models, like DeepSeek and Quinn, keep doing so well. It's not just luck.
No, not at all. You have to look at the research behind them. Papers from places like DeepMind back around 2022 suggest that these models are often engineered differently. They are just better optimized for noisy, real-world environments like a market.
What does that optimization actually look like? Why is it an edge?
Well, it really comes down to sequential decision-making. A generalist model like GPT is great at prediction based on huge, static data sets. But an RL-optimized model, a reinforcement learning model, is trained specifically to maximize a reward over time in an unpredictable environment.
So it learns differently.
It learns to take smaller wins, avoid huge losses, and just handle that constant stream of chaotic, noisy data more efficiently. That's why DeepSeek's performance in monk mode is so important. It's the definitive proof that this kind of disciplined, optimized programming is the key to sustained alpha.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Well, Alpha Arena is proving that AI can generate serious market-beating alpha. I mean, a plus 47% ROI in a single track is just huge.
But the volatility we're seeing across most of the other models shows that truly autonomous trading is still an incredibly difficult challenge.
I mean, we can say the aggregate index is a success. It really has redefined the benchmark. You can't just be a one-trick pony. You have to show competence across patience, aggression, and agility.
Which brings us to the really big open questions, the future challenges.
Right. These are the things we want you to think about. The first one is market stress.
Can these models survive a real crash, a black swan event? They haven't been tested by something like the 2022 collapse. We've seen them fail under moderate pressure. A true panic would be the ultimate test.
Then there's the regulatory question. As these AIs get better, as DeepSeek consistently generates profit faster than any human, how does the SEC handle that?
Are they automated hedge funds?
Right.
Do they need human oversight? It's a huge unknown.
And finally, the big scientific problem, overfitting.
The classic problem. The model looks perfect on past data, but just falls apart when it sees something new. And NVDA's 2024 study showed that up to 40% of trading AIs fail when they're tested at a sample. So are these great early results just a sign that they fit perfectly to this short-term market?
And that ties into scalability risk. This is $320,000. What happens when it's managing millions or billions? Could the speed and volume actually cause a new kind of flash crash?
The ability of an AI to move markets is a much bigger deal than its ability to predict them.
That is the ultimate challenge. But let's bring it back to right now to this contest. Here's the final provocative thought for you. DeepSeek is currently leading the betting odds on Polymarket, sitting at about 28.5%. So will the disciplined Chinese model hold its lead with that monk mode patience? Or will the aggressive mystery model, or maybe the creative GPT 5.1 stage, come back and steal the victory?
That's the real money showdown.
And it's the one we'll all be watching very, very closely.